I wrote it around September, October, when a lot of the things regarding Mike Brown and Arizona were coming to a head. When it seemed like America was in the midst of its own Arab Spring, so to speak, as far as, you know, people's overall lack of tolerance and frustration with all of this just kind of rash of police brutality and lack of accountability. Police brutality, but when things are documented and it's right there for everybody to see, and there's still no indictments, no convictions, no remorse, then it becomes so blatant for the whole world to see what's going on. You know what I mean? And it's like, it was important for me writing this song. I didn't want to focus on any one particular case as much as allude to those cases without naming names, because it's always somebody. And it's like, all right, right now we're focused on Trayvon Martin. Okay, right now we're focused on Mike Brown. Okay, right now we're focused on Eric Garner. Okay, but back then we were focused on Admiral Louis. You know what I mean? So it's always somebody. And it's like, I wanted to try to keep the song as timeless as the topic, so that when things happen in the future, you can still go back to that song, and it doesn't necessarily become, you know, the Ferguson song or the Florida song or the LA song or the New York song, but so much, you know, the national song for look, this is what we need, this is what we're after, this is what's unacceptable, this is what must stop. And, you know, it's from a case-to-case basis, there's that undertone and that underlying recurring problem that, look, man, you cannot, you know, just because there's an inherent fear of black people because of the way we're perceived in the media, you cannot let that be an excuse for excessive force and lethal force when it comes to, you know, enforcing the law. It can't be like that. You know what I mean? We have a human right and a constitutional right to due process, and, you know, and to be treated equally. So this disparity, I mean, I touched on a lot, you know, from the disparity in the prison population to, you know, the lack of accountability that's reinforced by police unions, to, you know, the idea that the fact that not all cops do this, somehow you can gloss over it and try to just make these things a case-by-case basis instead of recognizing them for the epidemic that they are, you know, nationwide. So, I mean, for real, it wasn't very difficult to write at all, unfortunately. It all came quite naturally because, you know, as a son, you know, I have to worry about it. As a father, I have to worry about it. As a man, I have to worry about it. And as a black man, I have to recognize the history of it and you know, recognize that we've come a long way, but we have a long way to go as far as getting justice in this country.
To see that we receive the due process of law for the simple reason that the police themselves deny us the due process of law. And so it's very apparent that the police are only in our community, not for our security, but the security of the business owners in the community, and also to see that the status quo is